Yeah, that's just the last couple of days, but rain. What a difference an hour makes. Literally 1 hour ago, that was black and this was wet. Morning world, welcome to Wednesday, 23rd of November. Hello ladies. So, not quite sure what the plans are for today. I think today is going to be one of those days where I wing it. Weatherman says it's going to be dry for the rest of the day. Problem is, it's already wet. So I don't think I'm going to be doing anything out with the tractor. Not this sort of lunchtime anyway. So I think first job this morning is going to be take a bale over for the young stock. We'll do that. But not that bale, because he's too big. I'm going to grab one of them from over there. Quite pleasant here today. It's not that cold. We'll find out what the temperature is later on, or we won't, because it doesn't matter. It's not cold. Right, let's see if we can grab that one. Can I get it over those bags? I get enough of it. See if I can twist him over there a bit. I've got it. Of course I knew I was going to get it. It's just that some of you didn't. That was easy enough. I'll strap that on in a second, but I think what I'll do first. Do you remember the little calf, the little bull calf that was born yesterday? And I couldn't make up my mind if he was very, very dark dun or black. Well, I think the decision has been made. I believe my first impression was the correct one. That is a dark dun bull calf. So, and a very proud mum, aren't you? Yeah, he is beautiful. What a pretty little fellow. So, it's like a mini me Patrick, isn't it? So, which begs the question, what do we do with him? Well, one thing we got to do later on is I've got to get his earrings in. I've got to put his tags in. So carefully, she's not vicious or I say outwardly dangerous, but she is pretty protective. So I may have to be a little bit sly with that. Oh, were you not locked? So the last person to drive this was my brother. I don't think he locked it. And he definitely didn't roll up my strap. Done. Well, we've made it over to the farm all right. They're getting a bit low on that bale over there, but hopefully we're moving them tomorrow. That's the ram there that my brother found, which apparently is running lame on one of his front legs. He's standing all right. So, she's not marked. She's not marked. She's marked. 1, 2, 3. Well, he's nailed a few of them, so he's obviously doing some work. Right, let's see if I can get out in this field quietly before the cattle spot me. I'm hoping they're going to be over in that far corner again. Nope, they're not there. Oh, no. I got 2 chances. I think this is a case of do it quickly. Here they come. Daredevil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hello, you lot. Okay, well, once the sheep are gone, I can actually give the cattle everything here. What's that? You're telling them, hey? Come on, out of the way. It's a bit damp out here now. Really could do with getting them in, actually. Just not quite yet. Right, I'll bring the feeder over and then we'll tip this bale out. You stay there. I know you. You see something smaller fur, you'll be at that window and covered in SH1T. Mind your backs. Mind your backs. That's somewhere handy. Come on. Mind your backs. Mind your backs. Come on, out of it. Get! Go on! Get out of it! Get out of it! Move! Move! Don't eat that. Don't eat that. No! Get out! Out! Out of it! Mind your noses. Mind your noses. Right. Well, that wasn't too bad. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hello. Thank you. Wind it up tight and it won't blow out the back of the truck on the way home. Chuck it in loose and it will. Right, let's have a look at you. Clean, clean, It's small but clean. That's the highest number in there. What tag are you? 81. Yeah, so that's the youngest animal there anyway. Clean. That's what we're looking for, making sure they're cleaner on the back end. Right, I'm happy with that. I watched them all walking over here. Nothing's lame, nothing's unhappy, but they are going to have to be. I think I've got one more space this side of the trees to feed them on. If they stay any longer, I'm going to have to feed them on the other side of the trees. So I don't want them chewing up next year's mowing grass. You right there? Yeah? Are you? You alright? Good girl. There's still actually quite a bite of grass out here, especially underneath these trees. Now I'm assuming that under the trees, because of the leaf mould and everything else, it's not as sweet, it's a bit more bitter, but actually looking at it across the field, they have grazed it off, but they haven't taken it down what I would call tight. So these are the hedges I've got to come over and do. So literally just having a little drive around. I would normally walk this, but I'll drive around as much as anything else. I want to see how the Land Rover's marking the ground. So, and the answer is not much. There's very little marking going on. Ground's still nice and firm, so I've still got time to do the hedges. So if I missed them this year, it would be a pain. Wouldn't be the end of the world, but I would like to get them done to get this place all tidied up. So, but I just need another week with Mrs. P, just to make sure she's on the road to recovery properly, and then I'm happy to spend some time away. So, okay, that's our winter wheat out there. That doesn't look too bad. A slight yellowy tinge to a bit of it, but only in that one stripe there. Okay, right, back to Dad's, cup of tea, and then we're going to call in to see Rich Cornock, Funky Farmer, and compare moustaches, because I've not actually seen him in the flesh for nearly 2 weeks. So we're supposed to be doing this as a thing together. If you don't already know, both Richard and I signed up to the Movember charity. We're both trying to raise a bit of money for gentlemen's health. So it's like research into testicular cancer and prostate cancer and generally men's health. So yeah, Mrs. P set us the challenge, but the challenge is nowhere near done yet. I've got more stuff to do. Right. Just making sure I know what's in here. So we're probably going to have to, when we move the cattle, it's quite likely we're going to have to put them in here and then load them up out of here, either through that door or maybe up the side passage as usual. But if it gets too wet, Land Rover won't pull a trailer full of cattle. I might have to do it with the tractor. We'll see. We will see. Right, 2 troughs, creep feeder. So I don't think I'm going to need that creep feeder anymore. So if anybody really wants one, I'll offer it to my brother first, but I'll sell that. Quite likely I'm going to sell the race as well, because I don't think I need that. Again, I'll offer it to my brother first if he wants it, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I need to get in here and have a clear out. I reckon, I don't know, maybe put the window back in there, maybe lift that beam up a little bit, and log burner over there maybe, little bothy for me to come and have some peace and quiet. What do you reckon? Yeah, he's definitely lame on that front left, isn't he? He's carrying that. Oh well. Not my ram, and it won't be my sheep much longer either. Can you see that? They're taking out the ties from between the power cables. There's 3, I don't know, what would you call them? They look like skips. 4 of them actually. So there's 4 blokes in the basket riding up and down those 33,000 volt cables, which I'm kind of assuming are all switched off. But yeah, it looks like that's what they're doing. They're taking out all the ties, the little ties that hold the cables together. You see them out there? I'm not sure if I want that job or not, to be honest. He seems quite happy out there. I don't know if the GoPro's picking it up, but there's another guy over here. It's like a skip he's sat in. You see that? Well, it looks like an interesting day at work, doesn't it? Not sure if I'd fancy it very much, but an interesting day. I wonder how they get him up there. Winch him up? Reg just left his indicator on. Okay, so just had a powwow around Dad's table with reference to our wheat. The 2 pieces of ground that we ploughed up this year, the grass ground, it's not doing as well as expected. We know the pH is very low in there, so it's just over 6, so we know that's part of the problem. We also think there was an issue with leather jackets and, oh, it's Mrs. Cornock Senior. Sorry, that was a rabbit moment. So, yeah, we also thought we had a issue with leather jackets and wireworm in there. Not much we can do about that. So, yeah, and so we're sort of umming and whether we can get an application of lime on, maybe next spring around March, but that's all going to depend on the weather. I mean, if it's dry enough, maybe. If it's wet, not going to happen. So I think the yield on those 2 new pieces is probably going to be poor. Anyway, I'm calling in to see a chum to compare moustaches. You know, like you do. Right, only a brief visit there. We've compared facial hair. Obviously I got a lot more than he has, but yeah, I think his wife is about as fond of his moustache as mine is of my beard. But like I said to him, I've kept the beard now at the moment, and I think I will keep it as part of the whole thing because of the white bits. I promised to put some purple in my beard. Well, on the dark hair, kind of not much point in putting any purple on that because no one's going to see it. But on the white bits, I don't know. My brother has offered to use some sheep foot spray, oxytetrachlorine purple spray on my face, but I declined that offer because I thought that was a bad idea. Anyway, so only a brief visit in with Mr. Cornock because he's very busy, and there was a yard full of people there, and they were doing business, which is nobody else's business. So I've agreed I'm gonna come back and see him on the weekend. In other news, apparently my appearance on Points West is going to be tonight. So yeah, we'll see. So far I've been bumped by budget, World Cup, children in need, that sort of stuff. So, but like Richard said, what they film with me is not time sensitive. They could literally show that at any time. They could show that 3 weeks down the line, it wouldn't matter. So I kind of get it. It's just that in the evenings we'd be sat at home going, is it tonight? Is it going to happen tonight? What's going to happen tonight? What's going to happen tomorrow? So the media side, the radio and TV, is kind of old hat to Richard. He's done it before. This is my first foray into mainstream TV. Well, local news, not mainstream. Local news, shall we say, ever. Really. So, the only times I've been on radio before, it was nothing to do with me. I was talking about a subject, somebody else's news, not mine. So we'll see. And yeah, the radio program apparently has gone down okay. I've had a lot of people contact me with feedback saying that they enjoyed the brief radio interview, and that my what's a squirrel? What a squirrel! Yes. Yeah, I know. You only saw his tail, really, didn't you? So, yeah, the radio went down there, and apparently my sense of humour did come across. Apparently. So that's what it's all about. Do your job, enjoy your job. Well, just have fun. Life should be fun. Life should be enjoyable. So I feel sorry for anybody who's not enjoying their life for whatever reason. If they can't or won't, then you know that's another word I'm going to say, but I'm not going to say it. Shame. It's a shame. That'll do. Could have gone there, and I could have. I bet you don't do it. That's all right. I'll let you off. If you'd started indicating then, because you started slowing down, I'd have been cross. Oh no! Oh, you are. That's it. Fine. He's going. Okay, so that's my cattle sorted out. The sheep checked over. We discussed the wheat, the lime issues, or the pH issues, and now we're going to see if we can correct that in the spring. Been to see Mr. Cornock. Arranged to see him again on the weekend when we got a bit more time. Where are we now? Got to take my wife to an appointment this afternoon. Yeah, sometime today I'm going to find some work that I can do. Don't know what time today, but sometime today we'll do something. I'll see if I can do something with a tractor. Maybe. It doesn't rain again.